$2.3 million. That's quite a large sum of money. When asking a college student what they could do with this money, the answer is usually that they want to pay off their student debt. They eventually would buy things such as a car or a new house for their family. Each death penalty case in Texas costs taxpayers about $2.3 million. That's about 3 times the cost of imprisoning someone in a single cell at the highest security level for 40 years. Eliminating the death penalty can save taxpayers millions of dollars. So why does the government continue this way of punishing criminals and their families? Not only is the death penalty expensive, but it wastes thousands of hours each year. It brings a lot of stress and pain to the victim's family, the criminal's family, jurors, and government officials. Many states don't abide with the death penalty because it's a very expensive way of prosecuting criminals. And in the long run, it saves society a great deal of stress over paying their own money to have these criminals put on death row. And that's why I believe that we should eliminate the death penalty. There are many states that have the death penalty, such as Texas, New York, Florida, and Oregon. Eliza Kaplan, writer of Oregon's Death Penalty, The Practical Reality, states that the average cost of defending a death penalty case at the trial level over the last 10 years was almost $440,000, while the average cost of defending a non-death aggravated murder case at the trial level was $216,000, less than half. Oregon taxpayers have paid approximately $2.2 million on the case of Randy Lee Guzek, who has been on death row for 24 years and is still not at the end of his appeal, says Kaplan. Eliminating the death penalty will make people happier knowing that they won't have to spend most of their tax money on criminals who may not even get the death penalty for 24 or more years as Guzek is. Not only does the death penalty cost millions of dollars, it also wastes thousands of hours for attorneys and other government officials. The Department of Justice in Oregon has spent, on average, $66,000 and 818 attorney hours on just direct automatic appeals in the cases of 61 defendants, for a total amount of almost $4 million and almost 50,000 hours on court costs and hours alone. Eliminating the death penalty will save states many hours and will save states many hours which aren't always used efficiently. As said before, Randy Lee Guzek has been on trial for 24 years. Imagine how many hours that has wasted. On the death penalty website, I found this police graph. The death penalty cases are hard to close and take up a lot of police time. 61% say yes, 32% no. The death penalty significantly reduces the number of homicides. 37% say no, 48% say yes. The death penalty is one of the most important law enforcement tools. 31% say yes, 66% say no. Stress and pain is a big factor for the victim's family, criminal's family, jurors, and government officials. The jurors have high stress because criminals' life is dependent on them. The jury selection is very time-consuming and expensive. The victim's family may feel much anger towards the criminal. The criminal's family has to go through a loss of a child. The court has to go through a long process. Overall, the death penalty can be very expensive, a very expensive way of prosecuting individuals. Before researching this topic, I was on the other side of the argument. I was all for the death penalty until I realized how much money it wastes and how many hours are wasted. The death penalty costs the taxpayers millions of dollars, it wastes many precious hours in court, and also brings a lot of grieving and frustration to everyone participating in the cases. Could you imagine what we could do with $2.3 million? I'm sure the first thing you would never think to spend it on is someone on death row. Thank you.